42 Cali gang. So as you can tell from the title, we're gonna be interviewing my boy Guy. So let's get into it. I'm super excited. I've been putting this off forever. I feel so bad.
She's been bailing on me.
Yeah, a little bit.
We made some time though.
But yeah, I feel so bad. So we're getting into some questions that we might freestyle a little later. I'm not really sure. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Please like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Giveaway coming, I think in a few days now on the 27th. Be there for the live at 10 o'clock. So don't miss it. All right, so let's get into it. Why did you come to LA? Because I think you're originally from the East Coast.
I'm originally from New York.
Okay, cool. I got that right.
I mean, my best friend is from Laguna Beach, California. I met him at college, and I came out to visit one time, and like was 19 and got high and like watched the sunset like in Laguna Beach, and I was like, this is the best place that's ever existed, and it's in the continental United States. So I think in my head I always wanted to move to LA, but as you know, West Hollywood is not Laguna Beach, so a little bit of culture shock when I finally moved here because I'd never lived here before.
Yeah.
But just intuition about putting myself in a spontaneous place, letting myself enjoy opportunities that come my way and put myself out there, smile, be a good person, and I feel like despite the bad that this place sometimes puts out, it also has good in that like there are good people if you find them, and everybody's just kind of like looking to pick each other up. Like the good people are looking to pick each other up. So I found that in my 9 months here, but I've also found some snakes. You know, J. Cole warned me about that. So I'm avoiding the snakes, and I am just keep my head up, figuring it out one day at a time.
Nice, I love that. So you fell in love with, I don't know if it was LA or California.
I think it was California. It was probably California as a whole. In my head, like growing up on the East Coast, you have this idea of California, like bros, like surfing and like blondes and
big boobs everywhere.
Big boobs and weed and
yeah.
You know. So I definitely fell in love with California, and I like to think I'm an East Coast boy with like a little bit of like chill, like California vibes. But maybe not. Maybe not.
When did you fall in love with fitness?
I fell in love with fitness. I got suspended from college my junior year for violating the school's alcohol policy. Story maybe for another time.
Yeah.
But the long and short of it was that I had to spend a semester home in Long Island with my parents when all my friends either were abroad in Europe or like the second semester of their junior year, which is like arguably the best semester of your life, and I was just sad. And so I kind of like had always been into fitness, I'd always played sports, but that became my outlet when I really didn't have anything else to look forward to. It was like after work, just like going to the gym. I was doing the Spartacus workout. I don't know if you've seen Spartacus on Stars. And, yeah. So
that workout is crazy.
It was great. So, you know, I got nice and shredded out there. Not necessarily doing all the right things in terms of the things that I know about fitness now, but my body was ripped, and that made me feel good. And so that kind of like started it for me. I saw how good you can feel when your body is like looking a certain type of way. And so that definitely catapulted me like out of the average gym goer and into like kind of like obsessed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you heard, oh shoot, I can't remember the name of it. It was, okay, I'll have to think about what that workout was. Oh, the Insanity workout.
I've heard of the Insanity workout. I've never done it. I like to keep my like cult following things to like a minimum, and I know that Insanity is a little bit of a cult following, but no, I never partook in the Insanity workout. But those guys are beasts, and they're shredded.
Yeah, the guy, I can't even think of his name, that does the commercial for it. He came to the gym. Yeah.
Joe?
I think.
No, I don't know.
I can't think of it, but yeah.
Well, he's ripped. Good for him. I hope he's making a lot of money.
So I think I saw this on your Instagram, but I'm not sure that you went to the Emmys.
I did go to the Emmys.
What was that like? I'm so curious. Like,
I mean, I could lie and tell you that it was me being like successful in my like pursuits, but really I just worked for like a glorified model catering company, and I was passing Fiji water on the red carpet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, which was great because I felt for the first time. That's not true, but like I felt important just being there, you know, and
you felt like the energy.
Yeah, and I didn't like, you know, like people get starstruck, and like I don't know, I was just happy to like stand up there and just like smile and like I don't give a shit. And I like one of the British dudes from Game of Thrones, like, he's like, yo mate, he's like, I really gotta take a piss. I was like, there's a bathroom around the corner. It's a porta potty. He's like, I don't give a shit. Like, let's do it. So he's like, and then he came back. He's like, thanks, man, you're the man. You know, so like, just like little stuff. Yeah, you like, you know, it's
cool.
like hooking Game of Thrones actors up with porta potties so that they don't pee during the show. You know, it's like the little things. So I felt like I belonged, although I was there to work and, you know, be a glorified mannequin. But that's okay. It wouldn't be the first time, and sure, it won't be the last.
It won't. It won't, because you're shredded. So trust me, you'll get picked.
Jawline's growing, baby. I've been working hard on this jawline, so you know.
It's working. It looks
if you
good.
need me to pass water or smile and at your kid's next birthday, I'll be here.
Nice. What goals have you set for yourself, and have you reached them? Just like overall, not anything specific.
Vague question. So I have obviously hit some of my goals, but some of them I haven't. I feel like it's always in flux. My goals are constantly being recreated. My first goal when I kind of discovered, I mean, I don't know how far you want to deep dive, but I pretty much realized like at some point in my fitness journey that I was doing everything wrong. I was shitty at breathing, which is a like oxymoron for an aerobic organism to like discover that. And so I kind of went on this crusade. I realized my posture was really bad. People had always been telling me that. And so I went on this vague, like goal-oriented mission to fix my posture. But that just kind of like one thing led to another. And then like as my hips started getting loose, my shoulders started getting loose, my feet started getting loose, like all these little things just started unlocking to the point where like I went from just wanting to have good posture and be pain-free to like wanting to be like an absurdly strong human being. And so that's also like a vague goal, but I have all these like little fitness, like I want to be able to do a proper handstand. I want to be able to do all these other like bodyweight things. And eventually I think like it's going to translate to me being like a pretty large human being. That just like feels like what the universe has been pushing me to do. I haven't really been trying, and it's just kind of like been happening.
Okay.
So I'd say like my fitness goals are constantly evolving, but I'm hitting all of them like in the timely manner that I want. Professionally, I just feel like I'm kind of just getting started. Taking care of my body and putting my body in a place where like I knew that it was going to age well was like priority number one.
Right.
And that has happened for me. And so now that I'm in LA for the first time in my real adult life, you know, pandemic messed stuff up, I have all the skills that I need to kind of build a business and build a brand and venture out and make things happen for myself personally so that I can put myself in a place to be where I've always wanted to be or see myself.
Nice. Projects coming up.
I am working on a book. I've been writing it for the past year. It's a little self-help, but I like to think it's more just like a broad scope into my mind, my conscious experience, like the unique piece of consciousness that I share with the rest of people. It's a little fitness because, you know, people are curious about how to look good, and I can help you with that. And it's just some like silly stories about love gone awry and love gone wrong, love gone right. Definitely some crude things that I'm sure my mom is not going to want to read about, but that's priority number one for me. And priority number two, as you know, we know each other through the gym, and I left the gym to start my own business. I have a couple private clients, but I'm trying to figure out how to scale that business into something where I can make money not being physically present, but also not losing the reason why I got involved in training in the first place, which is to help people. And I know that I'm really good at helping people if I can get my hands on you and put you in the right positions to succeed, but I haven't figured out how to create a package that doesn't sacrifice the integrity of my brand, which is like genuinely helping people, for just making money. So that's kind of the phase I'm at right now, is like, how can I give people something that will help them without needing to be there fully like I am with my private clients currently.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, did you catch the Super Bowl halftime show? And if you did, what did you think of it?
So I caught the second half of the Super Bowl halftime show. Interestingly enough, I think a lot of my desires to have the body that I have comes from like watching people dance, like, and just not ever having dance skills or the ability to like roll my body in a way that like look cool. And like maybe it's because I'm like a white boy from Long Island, but I remember, and this is a shitty movie, but I remember watching You Got Served back in, do you know You Got Served?
Oh my god, yes. That used to be the movie
back
in the day.
Shit, that movie is so bad because I just rewatched it like last year and I was like, this is torture. But the dance scenes are amazing. And like I just remember being younger and watching like Marquise Houston and Omarion dance and just being like so jealous that they could move their bodies like that. And I think it's so interesting, like the little subconscious things that store in our psyche. Like I still in my head want to move like that, and I'm kind of capable of like doing that now. I just need to like have enough weed or alcohol in my system to like grease the wheels a little bit. But I can get down, and
Okay.
So that's kind of. So did I watch the Super Bowl halftime show? Yes, I love Usher, and I love watching him fucking tear it up on rollerblades. I think that was
That's
great.
awesome. You know he comes to the gym, right?
Usher?
Yeah.
No.
I've met him.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
He's really nice, really quiet.
He seems like a good guy.
And when you see him in real life, you don't think it's him, because he looks like the average Joe when you see him. Yeah, no, seriously. Like if you like see him in passing, you don't realize it's him until you kind of double take. Like, wait.
Well, he's also like 50 now, so like.
Yeah, but he's short.
Shout out to all the short kings, alright? Not that there's anything wrong with that.
I'm not talking stuff or anything, like, because I'm short myself, but like, I think he's, I want to say 5'7".
Usher, if you're watching
like
this,
that.
this is
All love. I'm just doing a description. All love.
One of my first albums was Confessions Part 2.
Yeah, that album was really good. I liked 8701 though.
Which one is that? Is that the
I think
Love in This Club?
No.
I only know Confessions Part 2 because I owned it.
Oh, okay.
Love in This Club that's my song.
Describe your type of person. Now the questions are totally out of order, but it's fine.
Whatever, we'll get there. My type of person is in like somebody that I look for, or like in as a companion, as a partner, like myself.
Oh, yeah, just all over.
I think I need somebody who is also just like head in the clouds, just dreamer. I like surrounding myself with people who are like irrationally faithful in whatever it is that they're like passionate about. Kind of talking about that in my first chapter of my book. So I gravitate towards dreamers and people who are, I don't know, feel destined for something. I feel like I've overcome a lot in my life to like put myself in this place. Like just like it seems like it's all random things but like you can look at it one of two ways. Like everything in my life has been random, or like God or whoever has been ushering all these little micro decisions to this exact moment of us just sitting across from each other. And that's how I like to look at it. That destiny exists because I've always, to paraphrase, I have a book over there called Man and His Symbols, and Carl Jung, the famous psychologist, said God is like salt. You'd still put salt on your food if you didn't know it had health benefits, because it's like seasoning for your life. Right? Like I'd rather believe that some higher power has my back and is guiding me through this mission than I'm just like making all these choices and I could be wrong and I could be right. I like to think that all my choices are right, like no matter what they are. And I kind of gravitate towards people who are that like ridiculously optimistic as well.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Will you miss the gym? I know that was so.
Yeah, we go from deep.
I know, that's why I'm like, wait, these questions are so out of order, but whatever.
I miss the gym. I'll miss aspects of the gym. I think like walking into a gym is like such a treat, like the energy and the spontaneous nature of it. From a work perspective, like I think this is just something I noticed about myself. Like it's a corporation, so I, as somebody who has aspirations for helping a lot of people, but also like setting myself up financially to better my life. When somebody has their hand in your pocket as deeply as they did, it's hard for you to get to where you're going. I wanted it to be like a little bit of my side hustle. Like I enjoy helping people and I love being in a gym. I want it to be my side hustle, but it bled a little bit too much into the creative things that I'm trying to build. And so for that reason, I had to kind of pivot. So long, short, I will miss working out there and the perks of having the membership. Will I miss the amount of money I wasn't making? No. Yeah.
All right. Dream campaign, fitness, modeling, etc.
Traveling the world, talking about my book, talking about the benefits or the need for. I mean, I can really only speak as like a male in the 21st century. Just the need for a male in the 21st century to like be vulnerable, and the importance of trusting yourself and your intuitions, and you know, making it funny, bringing, I think, like, laughter and comedy is kind of like Tony at the gym, if you know Tony. He's like, you're a comedian, man, you should be a comedian. And I'm like, I don't, like, the life of a comedian is brutal, but, like,
oh yeah.
I want to help people, and I want to talk about the things that I think are uniquely my own, which, like, this growth journey, growing half an inch, like, from ages 24 to 32, like, and how that helped me grow emotionally as well. I want to share that story with people, and I want to conjure their own stories in them, but I want to make it funny, and I want to make it accessible, and I want to make it personable, and not intimidating, and create just like a safe space, like as big of a safe space as possible for people to just continue to be their best selves and grow themselves.
Right. Nice.
And make money, and
right.
maybe be on a beach while I do it. Yeah.
I totally agree. I feel that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
On a beach. Traveling the world. People are surprised to find this. Like, I'm hoping. This is what I think. You know, my book hopefully is going to be a smash, and it will afford me some financial freedom and some new avenues of success. And then I want to transition into music.
Nice.
I've always loved singing, but it was never like fostered in me. So I feel like being apart from things that have held me back. Obviously, we're all like tied to the characters of our environment. Like wherever we grow up, we're like kind of tied to that character. So being so far away from where I grew up for so long, and how I was tied to this character and the things, you know, I was an athlete, right? I was a jock. I was a lot of things. So just like being out here and discovering my vulnerabilities, I realized again how much I love like entertaining and music and just bringing people joy in some capacity. I think I have some musical talent. So I was just humming some beats earlier into my phone, and I'm gonna eventually learn how to create some beats and turn those into beats and be hopefully also like the White Drake, maybe. But nice. A little less of a douche.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, maybe. Who knows? I mean, I don't know. That's what it seems like it could happen. Like, could not happen. Who knows? But that's the plan. Making beats somewhere in a nice place. Got some good people around me, and that's the plan. Hopefully.
For music, would you want to go to school for it? For like any of like the basics?
It could probably help. It would definitely help. I think a lot of times, like something so original, like, you know what I mean? Like I almost like part of my approach when it comes to content and all these other things is like I try not to be as a big of a consumer as I can be. So that I'm like trying to pull from straight, you know, whatever the higher powers that be. Yeah. Obviously that's naive when it comes to like an industry that's as potent as the music industry, but you know, to me it's like, okay, I can do the research on my own. I can figure out how to create some beats on my own. I'll buy some sort of software, and I need a soundproof acoustic room, and like I've been listening to music my whole life, right? So like if I can make beats and I know what I like and I can use my own style, like I don't think it's 100% necessary. But excuse me, like anything, I think it just takes time. Like there's the Malcolm Gladwell 10,000 hours for expertise in anything, and if you're expecting to be a Grammy award winning like musician, then you better damn well be, and you're not starting till I'm 32, like 35, whatever it is, then you better be grinding and putting time in the studio, and like so I'm not naive from that perspective, but I think that it's nice to bring a unique, like fresh.
I realize I'm not even in frame.
No.
I'm like half in, half out.
Whatever. I'm in frame. Good. So yeah, I'm gonna figure that out on the fly, but that could all change in a drop of a hat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we maybe have some music coming. Okay. Look out for that.
Need a name.
Skincare routine and/or secrets do you have, if any?
How's my skin look right now?
It looks good.
It looks good? It looks good. Voice inflection tells me maybe not. But I sauna.
Okay.
Try to get in the sauna at least twice a week and shave after the sauna. And that's my exfoliation routine. I don't really like to scrub my face with like
an actual face scrub?
Yeah, I mean I wash it daily. I wash it nightly with like a gentler face scrub, but I have pretty sensitive skin, and so to me like that's the exfoliation part. And I think also going in a cold shower is really good for your skin. I mean, that's kind of like the science behind it, is like it's supposed to turn some of your adipose tissue, your fat, from like the white like adipose tissue, which we get more as we age, to the brown adipose tissue, which is what you have when you're a child. which is more thermogenetic. And like more malleable and more like it transmits like energy. It's younger, and that's like right under the skin. So that's kind of my like life hack is do things that are temperature based. You know, we have these red light therapy now, like all that stuff. It's all like temperature related stuff. So to me, the sauna, cold shower, in addition to having other good like benefits that are coming to the forefront now, is also really good for your skin.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you kind of answered this question already, but what were you like in high school? You give jock energy, like all American. I was everybody's friend. That you were like nice in high school, but your smile and the energy you're giving now is not. I'm probably totally wrong.
No, I was I could be friends with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Like the cool kids in my high school, like interestingly enough, were the drug dealers. Like you know, like the jocks were like whatever. Like, and I was a jock, but I was also in the marching band. So I was friends with like the marching band kids.
You were not in band.
I was in first seat French horn. Let's go. All county 8th grade, tear it up because they needed somebody to play the hardest instrument in the band, and that was me. I was like, you know what, hardest instrument in the band, you got it. Sign me up. So I played the French horn until I had to march, and then I was like, you know what, I best be out. But I was a little bit of an asshole. Like I was friends with everybody, but I throughout my life spent time trying to entertain people, and I noticed that a lot of my form of entertainment was putting other people down, that I like wanted to get they were the target of my jokes to help other people laugh. I had identified people that I personally wanted to, and that wasn't to say that that was what I was doing with all people. I think I related to like the nerds, like the artsy kids like differently, but I knew that when I was like, you know, in my social climbing days, I would identify people that I like wanted to impress, and I would pick on the little guy. That's something that I kind of had to overcome in my 20s, and like, you know, which I think I did. But yeah, that was my high school experience.
I was in band too.
Were you a nerd? What'd you play?
Clarinet.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, we would have been friends. Don't worry.
Oh yeah, marching band was a whole other thing.
Yeah, not for the cool kids.
No.
Definitely.
No, but when Drumline came out,
And then
everybody wanted to be
Nick
in the band and do
yeah.
drums and everything.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh, now it's cool to be a band nerd.
Nick
Okay.
Cannon putting a baby in the whole flute section. that's
Oh my God.
That's what happened, man. Yeah, he made the drummers cool.
Yeah, we'll have to have an open
Story for
discussion
another
on
time.
that.
Him and Usher. Yeah.
Oh my God. I have so many words, yet no words at the same time.
Save them.
Being in Hollywood and seeing all the plastic surgery, do you think people go too far?
One of my favorite compliments that I've been getting recently is, where did you get your jaw done? Which makes me happy that I can put in work that people find to be cosmetic enough to be fake. Of course, I mean, like, some of the people are ridiculous. I think I'm not one to judge. If you need to, like, enhance yourself in any capacity to like what you see when you look in the mirror, like, do it. Do I think that that's ultimately filling the hole that's missing that led to the need for the cosmetic surgery in the first place? No. But who am I to say that? So, as somebody who's, like, created a good aesthetic through hard work, I think that it's possible, and that's the route that I prefer people to take. I think it also builds the humility that is more essential than what you get when you have a big jawline, or fake boobs. So yeah, do I think it's gone a little too far? Sure. But if you want to have fake ass and think that nobody notices it, like, go ahead. But we notice. The butt it's not
There's
supposed
so
to
many
do that.
Botox Bettys,
It's
like,
not
I
supposed
cannot.
to do that. So, what do you think? Yeah.
It's out of control. Like, at this point, I really honestly feel like everybody has some form of body dysmorphia in some way, shape, or form, or on the spectrum.
For sure.
Because it's the way these people come in. It's just like, these doctors are just taking your money at this point. Because, honey, it doesn't look good in real life. Like, I'm all for, you know, doing whatever you need to do to make yourself feel good. But at the same time, there's a line there that people are just going all the way over, and half the time it's like these doctors are just saying anything to get your money. And then it's crazy that the older generation is getting into it. I've seen so many older men with Botox and fillers and and ass shots and all these things, and I'm like, dude, you're like 50, 60, like you're not young in any capacity.
I mean, I think not that it's right for either gender, but to me as a man, like there was never ever like the thought that you needed to augment your appearance. Like it just whatever it was, like not that it's any more right for a woman, but it's like being in West Hollywood, it's like nuts to see dudes who are this obsessed with trying to look a certain type of way. Something that I think society and entertainment industry has like portrayed as being good and bad. I think that's like one of the like tenets of my book and my life, which is like people assign good and bad to everything, and that somehow dictates all. And so like bigger is better and good and fill and yes, and like the answer is no. It's like completely subjective, and ultimately the good becomes bad when, like, to your point, you're looking in the mirror at this person and their lips are like 3 times too big for their face. You're like, what? How did that even happen? Like, and you're like, to your point, you're like, that doesn't look right. Like, that doesn't look right. So what did we accomplish here? Like, and are you okay? Like,
right. The self-love has left the building.
No, that's what I'm saying.
There is no self-love anymore, I don't feel like.
And I feel like it's counter because it becomes tougher to, now you have to live with your mistakes, right? Like, you know, you made this mistake, you have to now be okay with that being your reality, and I think it's hard to sometimes overcome that. And
yeah.
I think you're going to see a big backlash. Not that we're not already seeing a pretty big backlash of like mental health and stuff, but I feel like specifically revolving around like cosmetic augmented like surgeries, I think that's going to come to the forefront.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, maybe the last question, I don't know. Do you think natural bodies will ever come back in style? Or it would just
Are they out of style?
I don't know.
Like, my dream is like a nice natural body. Like, when I think about my future wife, like, I don't want her to have anything other than like what I have, like hard work. Again, like, as somebody who built it themselves, like, you can build it yourself. It's not that hard to build, like, and I'm just realistically, like, I'm not a boob guy. Like, I could care less about your boobs. But like, you can build a nice butt. That you can do through science. I've done that myself, right? And it's only getting bigger. So like, I know that with the right ingenuity, the right gravitational resistance, like, those butt muscles are gonna work. And if those butt muscles start working, and we just start adding weight in the right way, like, butt gonna get bigger. And like, what do I dream about? A nice big old butt, right? Like, natural, not that, you know, God made, not doctor made. Is that too much?
No, I love the honesty. I appreciate it because you see it in TV everywhere. Everybody's always automatically going for the chick with the biggest lips, biggest boob, fakest butt, this and that. Like, I'm saying this not. I am married, but I'm just gonna say this just as a woman. We never know really what you guys want, in a sense of, because what the industry and everything is just pushing in our face all the time, they're making us think the plastic surgery is more or less maybe necessary to get the guys, I think.
I don't know. I mean,
like, well, on the woman's side. I
think the one thing that can be misleading is the need for a younger appearance. But to me, like, augmenting your appearance, like, and this might sound superficial and like unfortunate, but like, you know, if I get with a girl and like she has a naturally beautiful body, like nice big boobs, like that makes me happy. Like, if I get with a girl, like, and I'm talking about it with my friends and I'm like, yeah, she had fake boobs, like, it's a caveat, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like that automatically puts you in a different category. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Like I have to how was it? It was great. Like, you know, like, yeah, she had fake boobs, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's something that like you wouldn't even say if it wasn't the case. So like, if you don't need to do it, don't do it. And to me, like, again, I think it's not easy to be a woman in the 21st century. Like, I think there is really, like, you're seeing what's going on with Leonardo DiCaprio and like all this stuff. Like, he and a lot of people have made it seem like you need to look a certain age to be covetable. And I think there's nothing sexier than like a woman who just owns her shit. And I think ownership of your shit inherently means not augmenting it as best you can. But again, like, if you need some like Botox or fillers, like, that looks natural to like feel good about yourself, like, that's cool. Like, but just as soon as it starts going awry, like, know that you can't put Pandora back in the box. But me, I like a natural beauty. That's my goal.
Okay.
So.
My thing with the whole plastic surgery thing is, do they not tell these people they have to get it redone after a certain amount of time? Like, did you ever notice that there's so many women that have breast implants that like had like all these illnesses and like all these things? It's because y'all got your boobs done in the early 2000s. It's 2024. You're supposed to get them redone every 10 years.
What do they redo to them? They like pump them up again?
Take them out and put new ones in.
Really? I'm not an expert in breast implants. But yeah, I mean, that would be one reason to, I think, have avoided it in the first place. But I guess maybe not, because doctors don't make money if people are like perfectly healthy. So that's kind of what makes the world go round.
Yeah.
Misinformation. So
Basically.
I'm sorry for them, and I wish them the best of luck, all of them.
I don't think I have any more questions. Do you have any questions? Anything you want to say to the people?
What do I want to say to the people? Hi, people. Whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through, just keep taking one breath at a time. I think a good life is measured in breaths, not time. So that's something that I'm trying to live with, and something that I struggle with myself, is just taking deep breaths, putting one foot in front of the other, and just knowing that God has put me in this place exactly where I'm supposed to be. And if I had all the things that I wanted to have, I would have them already. So that's advice that I give to the people as well as to myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Cool.
Well, that's it for the interview for now. We'll probably do a part 2 later on a later day, maybe in like a month or two or a couple months, get an update, life, all the things. But thank you for tuning in, Cali Gang. Please like, comment, subscribe to the bell notifications to know when I post. Giveaway coming in a few days. Bye.
Peace.